Ashnie, just to kick us off, could you give us a brief overview of what we can look forward to at the conference? What will you be addressing?
So what I'm going to be focusing on is how do we actually attract and retain talent in the context of this new world of work, and how do we think about work differently? I think in the last 2 years with the COVID pandemic, it has really placed a challenge in terms of how we look at work and how we think about work. And it's really forced us to challenge a lot of the mental models in terms of how we think about our work priorities.
The theme of this year's conference is creating human-centric organizations. What role do you believe talent management plays in creating human-centric organizations today? And what would you like to see changed in talent management in terms of better supporting human-centric organizations?
So I think it definitely has a role to play, especially in terms of the people dynamic engagement of talent, looking at how do we actually look at different aspects of talent, such as employee well-being, looking at employee volunteerism, which doesn't traditionally fall in the talent management space, but these key components in an organization all lend itself to a human-centric organization. So I definitely think talent management can play a huge role by integrating this very different functional areas to make it more appealing to the employee. I think we have traditionally looked at employee retention from a financial reward perspective, looking at short-term, long-term incentives, and it is no longer enough. We've found that people's priorities and values have changed, and we need to also look at the way that we can actually relate to the employees, understand what their priorities are, and use this to engage them.
You're also the author of the book Live, Love, Learn, The Power of Authenticity. And in it, you speak a lot about the importance of being authentic, staying true to your values, and really living a professional life with compassion and with empathy. So my question is, as we move into a very competitive era, what is your advice for talent leaders who feel the pressure, who want to come out on top of the war of talent?
I think, Wayne Dyer said that when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at changes. And I think compassion and empathy are not old-fashioned concepts, but it's actually more prevalent and important right now. So I think what's important is using compassion and empathy for line managers to actually engage their employees, because once employees feel that there's authentic engagement and they developed properly by their line managers, they're more likely to stay.
Ashnie, thank you so much for joining me today.
You're welcome, Amy.